Um, my name is Carolee Chase. I'm a junior, an IB student, a swimmer, and a member of the orchestra here at Cocoa Beach. And I want you to recognize that that's probably the only thing the world would know about me if I was to die in a shooting on this campus. Nobody would know that the best night of my life was going to Orlando with my best friend, and we got to see our favorite musician. And nobody would know that I want to go into politics when I get older. I would not go to college. I wouldn't see any of my dreams become a reality. And I would become nothing but a number on a Wikipedia page. My name would be listed somewhere in the 44 mass shootings that have occurred in schools since March of 2000. I would be one of the victims out of the 60 mass shootings so far in 2018. It has currently been 2 days since the last mass shooting. My name would be used as another reason to either promote gun control or to join the NRA, depending on what side of the coin that you lie on personally. When I watch the news and the coverage debating this monumental issue, I see two sides emerge from the rubble: the children of Parkland begging for safety, and the opposition screaming of their Second Amendment rights. I believe that today's society is dangerously obsessed with two concepts: freedom and safety, and I don't really think we know what either means. Of course, I want freedoms, and of course that's a cornerstone of American society, but what am I willing to give up for my freedom? The NRA reported gaining 100,000 members in the 18 days following the Sandy Hook massacre in Connecticut. Since the NRA reports having 5 million members total, that means that they gained 2% of their entire force in 18 days after watching 28 people die in an elementary school. Let me repeat that 100,000 people witnessed a tragedy where 28 small children and adults died, and their response was to go to an organization that promised to keep their guns safe and not their children. The NRA's homepage states that our rights are under attack like never before, followed by a huge Join Now button. We are not a threat to rights, we want safety. This time, the next generation of leaders has stepped up and said, never again. We will not accept the protection of guns over children this time. This is not an attack, this is the protection of the rights of our citizens. I want to see my little sister again tonight, and I want to tell my parents that I love them again, and not in the corner of a classroom through text. The Constitution grants citizens the right to bear arms, but it grants people the right. The Declaration of Independence grants people the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I am not happy or free living in fear. And the children and faculty that didn't make it out of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, Sandy Hook Elementary School, Columbine High School, or any of the other schools that have endured violence, they no longer have the right to life. Freedom will not and cannot come at the safety of others. Your right to own a gun is not more important than my right to live, and my right to an education, and my right to liberty. Guns are weapons. Their purpose is to kill, to destroy, and to maim. And there has to be regulation on tools that are meant to kill. There is no way to single out every dangerous person because there is no formula for what makes a perfect killer. It's not necessarily mental illness or video games or music or art or anything like that. There are no constants of mass shootings other than the fact that they are shootings. And if you want to prevent guns from falling into the hands of unstable people that want to do us harm, then implement background checks, or try to decrease the number of assault weapons being sold into the mainstream population of the United States of America. We cannot criminalize all mentally ill people, and we cannot destroy art or literature. If you really believe destroying all literature, art, and media that includes violence as if we live in some dystopia is the solution, you're part of the nurturing of a society that it's on its way to Hunger Games levels of insanity. Both my parents work at O'Galley High School, and my sister goes to West Shore. What would I do if they never came home? What would you do if you walked into class every day and had to pass an empty desk that once held one of your friends, one of your classmates just appear? What if you just knew their name? Standing up here today, my only hope is that I can inspire as many of you as I can to act. I want you to think about your life and how it might change if we don't pass legislation to decrease the number of weapons that are falling into the hands of people that want to do us harm. We are in charge now. We have the power to make change as long as we fight for what we need and what we deserve. Take the power that the lawmakers above us refused to accept for so many years. You take it and you run. because coming here today and showing your support through your attendance was the first step, but it was the easiest one. Speaking up here today scares me, but I'm still here, and we're all here, so please make it count. Thank you.